Alright, hello and welcome to another low quality video. Today I am going to be reacting, so to speak, to a video trick from the Vanishing Inc. Magic channel. I think the trick is Jason Ladanier's Confident, I believe that's the name. Hopefully they don't sue me or anything like that, so I might not give too much away, but I guess you could say the purpose of this video is just to show you, someone who might not know anything, just how I look at a trick and maybe think about how it might be done. So anyway, let's take a look at it.
I'd like to show you another one, but I don't want to use this deck of cards. It's a brand new deck of cards, and the trick I'm going to be showing you in a moment, we're going to be writing all over the card, and I'll be giving the card away. So I've got a deck of cards just for this.
And it seems to be from one of those DVDs you can buy for tricks held in like some sort of restaurant or bar, maybe. Anyway, let's just carry on.
This trick. Well, actually, I should be more specific. It's what's left of a new deck of cards. I've got about 30 cards or so, okay? And I've always been fascinated by con men from the early 1900s. My favorite was
that he has over here. You know, his pattern, he's a professional, so his pattern is very smooth, and his reasoning on why he has a new deck. But, you know, you have to be suspicious when, you know, why he changed the decks out, and why does he have this second one with a rubber band on it, so.
Count Victor Lustig. He was known for selling the Eiffel Tower. Not only was he known for selling the Eiffel Tower, he was known for how well he could forge people's signatures. Sometimes he would practice signing some.
Yeah, in Victor Lustig, you can look him up, very interesting guy. Probably the most famous con man in American history. And, you know, I feel like most magicians are just con men wannabes, and they just never quite made it into the criminal side of things, I guess.
Someone else's name for 2 or 3 months before actually forging a document. Now, I appreciate that much hard work and dedication, but I think a much more sophisticated way of forging is to leave the original signature alone and then just manipulate the document. So I've applied that concept to this next card trick. Now, Andrea, I was going to ask you for your signature, but I doubt you trust me with that by now. So what I want you to do is just initial this card. Initial this ace of clubs like this.
So yeah, up to this point, we can definitely see, you know, all his pattern is very smooth. Every reasoning is justified and has a strong motivation behind it. To watch what he's doing here. And the other thing
This. That's all I want you to do. But save a little bit of room underneath, okay? So give me your initials right there. Go ahead. And then what I want you to do is just draw a little picture, anything that you want. It makes no difference. The smiley face. Sorry. What a vivid imagination. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But the whole point is, next time you see that ace of clubs, you know that it has to be your card. And it's important to realize that once that dries, that does not come off. Now, can you hold out your hand over the table like this? Because I'm going to give you that ace. And go ahead, push your hand down. Now, I gave you a black ace. You remember if it was the ace of clubs or the ace of spades?
I'm sorry.
Do you remember what it was?
I think it was clubs.
Ace of clubs.
And when you repeat something like that, that's just a good way to cement something in an audience's, spectator's mind about, you know, what the card was. So it's not just what you're saying. You know, they have that memory of saying it.
That's what I thought too. So I'm going to use a red ace so that there's no confusion. That way it's easy to remember that you have the ace of clubs and I have the ace of hearts. It seems to me it's easier to leave both of our.
I wonder when you do things like that. I just hate when people do those kind of double lists, and when they pull a card out, like who pulled the card out, puts it on top, and turns it over. You know, you would take a card out and just show it.
Initials untouched and just manipulate the playing card. Because if I rub like this, you see I can get the ace of clubs. Lift your hand, turn it over, show it to everybody.
What?
That's freaky.
I don't even know what to say about that.
How did that even happen?
How did that happen? Well, I think
I'd like to show you another one, but I don't want to use
here.
initials right there. Go ahead. Is just draw a little picture, anything that you want. It makes no difference.
Maybe a little more.
What a vivid imagination. That's okay. Don't worry about it. But the whole point is, next time you see that ace of clubs, you know that it has to be your.
If you remember, he signed his picture on one side, he signed on the other, and there's a rubber band right in the center. And then
scorecard. It's important to realize that once that dries, that does not come off. Now, can you hold out your hand over the table like this? Because I'm going to give you that ace. And go ahead, push your hand down.
and then he just goes up ahead
Now, I gave you a black ace. You remember if it was the ace of clubs or the ace of spades?
when he pulls a card.
Thought too. So I'm going to use a red ace so that there's no confusion. That way, it's easy to remember that you have the ace of clubs and I.
So, if we notice, actually, Jay Sankia has a trick with index cards he does, and it uses the same principle of
Have the ace of hearts. It seems to me it's easier to leave both of our initials untouched.
the principle of this trick is a half card, a rubber band, a double, right? Anyway, hopefully this guy doesn't sue me because I, cheated him out a lot of money, because now you can just learn how to do this for free if you can put together what I said. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I don't know if I'll continue the current topics of the channel. I might change the direction, I don't know. So we'll just see what the future has. Alright, that's it.